Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where today we are going to do Tainted Magdalene Greedier mode. And possibly Greedier mode with someone else, because this one's usually kind of a gimme, and I'm kind of hoping this is not going to be an exception. Tier rate from the get-go. There's probably some great stuff in my shop. It's damage up could be nice, I don't mind that. Random rune as well, if that's an Alge's rune for shields, that would be lovely. Use the heart, press the button, and then just start blasting. Because you get quite a lot of health as this character, usually things don't go too awry. Plus the basement ordinarily just doesn't really isn't the problem, because everything just sort of dies by walking into it. So I'm not overly concerned about this one, but you never know with this game. So things can always go wrong, but as you see there, pretty much 2 full hearts dropped out of a single enemy just then. And that's why I'm feeling okay, Gotta watch out with champions a little bit, but that's pretty much it. And maybe not getting hit by large exploding tears, of course, but occasionally those exploding enemies also just end up destroying the rest of the room. So this is fine. Hopefully we can get 2 Greedier characters out of the way, because we only have 4 Greedier characters left. I believe it's this one, Tainted Forgotten, Tainted Jacob, and Tainted Bethany. And I wouldn't mind getting Tainted Forgotten out of the way as well, just because I'm not overly worried about that one either. Although I probably should be, to an extent at least. Because it can be at least a little bit scarier, I suppose. But I'm hoping it's gonna be okay. Either way, we're just gonna move on. I'm also waiting for my washing machine, so if this actually does end up taking too long, there will be an audio technical method that tells you that I've been playing longer than I had intended. So it's all good stuff. Fortune cookie, not terrible. Can create some soul hearts sometimes, maybe some tarot cards as well. Plus it is an item that you can just activate a lot, so it certainly has some uses, don't mind it. This I don't love as a boss, but I'm hoping that the brimstone attack can at least deal with the other boss that's going to spawn. It is a poop boss, and on the one hand, unfortunately, but on the other hand, it did just create a whole bunch of health for me when it spawned that one enemy, so overall I'm not really too bothered anymore. I need to be a little bit careful here, because I am losing some health here now and then. Mostly by just running into the boss, which apparently deals a full heart of damage. I didn't know Heart actually did that much damage, but it is a basement boss, so you arguably don't really need much of a build to actually deal with it. And I can appreciate. Can you land in the red? Oh, that also works. I was about to run into him, but unfortunately changed my mind, and then the soul heart disappeared, as it does happen with this character. But I'm still not too concerned about things. There is half a heart waiting for me in the item room. But first, I'm just gonna deal with this. There we go. It's another half a heart for us. As long as you kill them with a melee attack, they always drop health. But if you don't, then there's only a chance. But I'm still not too bothered. I'm happy that there were some enemies there. Because it means that we got an extra charge for a Yum Heart. And I'm pretty sure when you press the button, it'll give us a full charge again. So we can actually just go with that. Cuban meat is actually almost more tempting than Mom's Ring, just because you are just continuously running into enemies anyway. But I'm just gonna stick with this. Soul of Jacob and a Sow. Probably not gonna be that useful, but maybe we'll find some use for it somewhere along the line. It appears we're fighting 2 pins. Maybe I'll use the Yum Heart. I haven't fully decided. They usually don't deal that much damage. But I might, yeah, a little bit tempted to just run into one of them when they're standing up like this, just to speed it up a bit, but that's really the only plan that I currently have. They might also just shoot each other with their explosive tears, I guess, and that certainly does save a lot of time as well. Just gonna stick to angel rooms this run. I do like having health with this character as much as possible. So with that, we're just gonna close that door and go for an angel room on the next floor. I don't think I need to do anything else here. We could go for the curse room, I suppose, since we do have that charged up Yum Heart anyway. So let's go check what's over here. Maybe there's a bomb. Card? Lover's card. Yeah, I really don't know, because it's kind of nice to have a Sow sometimes. Because he just sort of hangs out. and he gets a random build. It's just that because the build is a little bit unreliable, it can be a little worrying at times. I don't think Asao can leave rooms either, no. So I'm just gonna leave that alone and move on to the next floor. Lover's card in hand. I think that might end up being useful anyway. So hopefully that is indeed going to be the case. And we're just gonna get some cool stuff here. Again, on this floor, not really too concerned. I seem to have lost half a heart. Oh, because of the curse room, right? That's how curse rooms work. I remember how to play this game, don't worry about it. That's tech. That is probably pretty much a guaranteed yes on that front. Not sure if I'm gonna buy a key at this rate, honestly, because it's gonna be kind of expensive, but I like tech in this mode a lot. So we're just gonna go with that, grab the heart, and watch out for champions. And other than that, not really worry about too much. I forget if you can actually get, I mean, I assume you can get tarot cards from this. Also, there's enemies that don't deal contact damage, and that is also just lovely. Just run into them, no fears whatsoever. And a lot of good fortunes. Run into the champion anyway, regardless of what I've said in the past. Skull enemies are kind of annoying, because they can just stay alive for a long time, but that one fortunately decided to get out real quickly. Random locusts, cool. Take that. Looked like one of the consumables turned into a locust, but I'm fairly sure that was not the case. It was just a matter of coincidental timing. Either way, pretty cool soul. I don't mind getting a soul of Apollyon every now and then. Not sure what other souls I would like to have from the big bag of biscuits in there, but we'll see, I suppose. And just a couple of bombs available now. One of which got destroyed instantly by the giant troll bomb because it was not, I guess, a small troll bomb or one of his own, and I guess he's particularly susceptible to damage from that, so that's pretty nice. That's part of conjoined. Not great otherwise, but fair enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna take tech. I'm gonna buy one key here. See what's in the item room. I kinda tempted by the golden chest, admittedly. Maybe not. As fun as it is, I like being able to hit things. Let's just move on. Let's just quickly check this out, actually. Ooh. Is this good? Maybe. Is it better than Fortune Cookie? I actually don't know, because the soul hearts do go away after a while, and that's why I don't love it. But I think I'm just gonna go like this. As much fun as Guppy's Paw is, and I think it probably would be fairly effective, admittedly, I think I'm just gonna go like this. I think this is fine. I've walked back into the shop about 3 times now. I think it's time to leave. I really am not gonna suddenly get an extra coin or a bomb to blow up those 2 shopkeepers. So let's just move on with a run that is looking fairly promising so far. If we can get some kind of homing, maybe a Sacred Heart, something like that, that'd be lovely. More tier 8 though, I don't mind that either. Probably just gonna use the Yum Heart again the moment the fight starts. I'm a little tempted by the Demon Beggar. And for that, admittedly, the Soul of Jacob and Esau would have been kind of useful, but fair enough. I probably should use it immediately, but fair enough. These enemies also not too worrying, fortunately. Don't like that one, but again, we can take care of it from a long distance because of technology. You are one of the few champions I'm willing to just walk into like that because I don't want to deal with that. Tempted to press the button, actually, just for the sake of using that Demon Beggar as much as possible. So I'm actually going to do that. And quickly run over while my health is still there. Let's just do this until I'm at half a heart. Couldn't be too terrible. Can't be too good either, unfortunately. Meet strangers without prejudice. I mean, I guess I can get a key as well. Maybe there's a health up in here. Nope, Bolitar. Not much in terms of a build, but we do have a lot of tier 8 in range, so that's kind of neat, I suppose. Use that. And let's just clear out the remaining stuff here. I should probably be more careful with champions, but I kind of like just running into stuff. I finally have the option to do so with a good purpose, you know? You should probably take full advantage of that when you have the chance, because it doesn't happen that frequently. Realistically, only when you're playing as this character, but also sometimes when you have, like, Taurus, I guess. But I don't frequently have Taurus. Back to walking into you. Come on. Hey, that was definitely worthwhile. Don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. I might end up with the health up at the end of this, actually, just because it does heal you up fully as this character, I do believe, so that's kind of useful. Use that. Use the Yum Heart immediately. And just run into everything. Probably didn't need to use the Yum Heart, given that it was the, not Duke of Flies, but the other one. The not Duke of Flies, as he's famously known. But, oh well. It's all good. There we are. We got half a heart from that boss as well, so that's pretty cool. Let's just get this done immediately. What do you want to do today? Solid question. I kind of wish that all those spiders didn't just die to a whole bunch of explosions, but, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. But it is a little bit of extra healing every time they spawn an enemy, so preferably I would like them to stay alive. Might as well check out the Devil Deal, I suppose. I believe. This is a pretty terrible idea, but not too bad. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it with that, but I mean, Dark Matter is alright, but I'm not like super excited about it. I'd rather just have a whole bunch of health instead, because I think it's just really useful on this character. So let's move on. There we go, half a heart, that's good enough for me. Am I really gonna spend this much on a health up though? I'm tempted to just go to the next floor, actually. Let's just go. Maybe we'll get like a health up on sale on the next floor, and then I won't feel as bad about spending that much money. Or we'll just get a health up in the item room instead. Which I wouldn't mind too much either. Or a shoe. Yeah, pretty similar. There is health in here, so I kind of appreciate that. That's even more damage. This is part of Conjoined though, and that's kind of fun. I don't really care that much about Conjoined in this mode specifically though. Admittedly, if we could get Conjoined with homing tier shots, that would be pretty neat, but other than that, I don't know. Intruder? It's not immediately terrible, it just always confuses me a bit, and I don't know if I want that confusion, but I'm just gonna do it. You can't stop me, I've already done it. Let's go see what's over here. Let's go check out the curse room, actually. My regrets are huge, but we did get some spiders, so I guess that's something. Let's just use the Yum Heart. It should probably recharge by the time I take damage again in any meaningful way. And with any meaningful way, I do mean damage we can't just take back. Oh, Magician card, that's kind of neat. That might be better than Lovers at the end of the day. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm struggling to see where my body is, and it's making it more difficult to pick up the hearts, which is really the one downside of all of this. Of the intruder, that is, but yeah. Yeah, it's good to get some practice in with it, I suppose, in case I get it in a Curse of the Blind or something, so I don't mind it too much. Come on, open up. There you go. Overall, this run's being fairly kind, at least, so I can kind of appreciate it. Also, you do a little bit of melee damage without actually taking damage if you just stand where the enemies spawn, I suppose, so that also has its moments. Don't be mean. I know there's an eye on the other side of the room as well. Yeah. Multiple eyes, actually. Thought there was only one for some reason. Time to fight the boss, who decided to spawn in the place where I already placed a bunch of red creep and accidentally pressed the button while we're at it. Rebirth got cancelled, that's unfortunate, but I mean, I'm playing it, so can't really be too mad at the end of the day, I suppose. And this with tech is not the most difficult boss in the world, fortunately. Takes a minute, but definitely not too concerned. I'm hoping to get him into some creep every now and then, especially since we have the Ball of Tar as well, and that kind of combines fairly well, I'm starting to realize. Apparently there was a heart inside there, so that's nice. It's really the main reason why you would run in there. I think this heart attached... No, the heart doesn't attach to both of them. That would have been nice, though. But, again, I'm not particularly... The intruder actually killed the heart, it seems. That's actually pretty impressive. I didn't know it would be that useful. I've seen it jump around a lot, but I guess I've never actually paid attention to what it was actually doing this whole time. So that's on me. There we go. Not great angel rooms. Not exactly the kind of angel rooms you're particularly pleased to see, but fair enough, I suppose. I'm just gonna get the thing. I want to see what's in here. I've got a bomb. And 3 coins. If we blow these ones up, then we get 5 more coins overall. Got more money than we lost. Don't hate that. We could get meat cubes by using up a bunch of health containers, but for now, let's just move on. Still not overly concerned with how things are going. I think I picked up the Magician card before I left, so that's also not too terrible. We have a little bit of protection in that ring. We get some free keys. Yes, madam. Ah, good. We could use this strat, but I don't want to. I don't know if that still works, actually, but I assume it probably does. Great butt. Very nice. 2 of the bosses as well, not just 1. But maybe... Do these drop bombs? I actually forget. Yeah, they do. Chariot card. You could just blow up the other shopkeeper as well. That'd be lovely, but I can't exactly ask that much of you, I feel. If I just stand here... Maybe eventually? Like, I wouldn't hate it if you just blew up this shopkeeper. I know it's going to cost me a lot of health to wait for this, but I don't know if I hate waiting for that. Also, that's the low quality item prevention item, so that's pretty neat. There we go. Now I kind of want you to blow this up as well. Which again, I'm asking for a lot, but there you go. Never mind, I'm not asking that much. As long as you don't blow up the reroll machine, you can do whatever you want. Alright, so that at least improves the quality of the items that we're going to see from this point on, theoretically. I'm just going to use the Chariot immediately. Even though Chariot is pretty good on this character, and probably would have been worth more to not just use on that, but it's fine. I'm drowsy. That's a really good pill to have during the greed fight as well, so if we can find that again, that'd be neat, but I'm not exactly expecting it. But I'm going to re-roll these items. Yeah, I'm going to re-roll these. As much fun as the present is. And that is an item that's on sale in PJs, so I'm pretty happy about both of those. So, Yum Heart, press the button, get all my health back, watch out for that one champion, but otherwise, press the button by accident. I guess pressing the button a whole bunch probably isn't even that bad of an idea if you're just continuously taking damage anyway. Wheel of Fortune, could be okay. Did we kill that red ghost? I actually genuinely don't know. I'm a little concerned about the whole ordeal, but hopefully it's not going to be too bad. Another Magician card in that case. We're just going to use that one immediately. That's going to be useful for the remainder of this floor. This is actually such a good active item when you can use it 100 times. Which is often the case with this item, I suppose, because you do get quite a lot of uses out of it in general. I appreciate that. Follow the cat. Who am I fighting? Bloat? No, Monster 2, that's fine. Struggling to get in the right location, but the intruder is helping out a little bit. And the boss died just as the other one spawned. So I can't exactly be too angry about the whole ordeal, can I? I can't quite reach that heart. Unfortunate. Fair enough, though. That is a lot of very easy to kill enemies with the build that we currently have. Don't mind that. Just keep that up. Someone's running into a flame repeatedly, so... I think it might have been the heart, actually, given how fast that heart died. And another double deal with Soul of Lilith, that's okay. Cube of Meat? And Soul of Samson. Ooh, that's a tough one to say no to, but here I am. I really like Magician. That's just the thing about it all, but yeah, fair enough. Tarot Cloth. Don't think I want that. Don't really want the Alabaster box either, if I'm being honest about it. I'm tempted by PJs, but it's just going to be very temporary, and by the time it runs out, it's just going to be nothing, so it's just really unfortunate. You know what? Let's buy this so it disappears. BFF. PhD would have been really nice, but... unfortunately, nothing can be done about it. Is there anything else I can do on this floor? Not really. I mean, I can look for the secret room, I guess, but I'd rather have the bombs available for the next floor. Because there do often tend to be shopkeepers on that floor, and that is just a nice thing to have. Maybe we'll get a little bit more money here. That's red stew. I mean, that'll kill a Greedier boss, I would say. Red stew plus homing tears, I'm guessing that'll probably be enough. And I'm going to make that assumption wildly. Give up. Cool, thanks. Also, store credit, which means I can buy one thing for free. Pretty good trinket. I'm pretty happy about that. Let's check out this, since it's mostly free anyway. Another guppy piece. Another guppy piece that's not going to get much use, unfortunately, but fair enough. And Yum Heart, let's go. Yeah, I'm still not feeling too worried, especially with the red stew there. I think that'll pretty much just pay off for itself very, very quickly. It's gonna be a skull hand in a second, but that's okay. Did take a bit longer than I would have hoped, admittedly, but fair enough. I don't know if it killed it. Is it still alive? Hard to tell. I mean, it's not fallen down in a while, so I'm guessing it's dead, but it can be difficult to tell at times. Also not sure if I was in like the blast range of a brimstone attack there, if that attack actually would have happened, but it worked out, didn't it? Oh, another magician card. But we also have Tarot Claw, so we get some damage up for our efforts as well. How nice. There we go. A little bit more. Look at this wonderful damage. Just keep spawning enemies and not do this attack ever. There you go. I like that brief moment where you don't take damage from them because they just spawned, because you can just walk into them and deal damage. It's the perfect treat as this character. And this is a pretty nice final wave because it just heals. Although most of them died instantly there because of the homing tears. Pretty decent damage shots there, so fair enough. Angel Room with a little bit of damage. Not at all bothered. I will take you. I will take coal, I guess, and I will take that. And we will just be on our way. A little bit lower on health than I would have liked, but I mean, it'll do, won't it? I also probably should have gone here first, in case there is something nice in these here chests, because I don't really want the red stew to run out by the time I'm done here, but let's just go. I don't know if I had enough money to buy one more thing, but it doesn't matter, does it? We're just gonna be running, we're just gonna be shooting. I have 6 coins. I don't think that's enough to buy an item. That would have helped. Alright. So this boss spawns a lot of enemies. And what that usually means is that they all drop hearts and help you out a lot during the fight, even when you accidentally get a coin thrown in your face immediately. So that is appreciated. You have to be a little bit close to them at times, but there are also certain ways where you do not. Especially when you get those key coins, it's pretty much just a full heal, so I'm not overly concerned. But also the damage we're doing is fairly astronomical with that red stew magician card combo. I don't need to make sure we're not destroying every key while he does this, but fortunately a couple were in places where I wasn't just shooting them automatically. But look at that, that's so much help. And a golden coin that apparently he picks up and then it just disappears as well, so finally someone else that shares our pain with having to walk around a lot. Not too bad. But so far, mostly it's a fight of just standing still. Unfortunately, these coins don't seem to be dropping any hearts, which I would have liked. Given that they are kind of nasty. They are nastier than the average coins, for sure. I'm a little bit concerned by the fact that he's only doing attacks that spawn bombs as well. But maybe he's kind. He's dropping keys one more time. I will just continue to shoot him the entire time, though. Even though I probably shouldn't, but look at that. All the health we ever wanted, and more. Quite literally, and more as well. Our damage is still at 21. Our tear rate's still pretty high. We still have homing shots in our magician lasers. We just need to watch out for his explosive coins. And I didn't, but that's okay. I'm not overly concerned. I'd like him for not be in the middle of the room, but at some point that should hopefully happen. Let's use some Yum Heart for fun. Gotta be a little bit careful here, admittedly, but other than that, I think we got this pretty much in the bag with our long range and our homing tears. Unless he's like really mean about his tears or something, but he seems to be dying fairly reliably here. Look at that. That's lovely. Just wonderful. The Lover's upside down has appeared in the basement. It does something with hearts. Is that the one that drops like a bunch of bone hearts or something? I don't really remember. 2 bone hearts? That seems right. That seems like something upside down Lovers would do. Cool. Alright. Next up. Well, I'm still waiting for my washing machine, even though it was already making some sounds. Yeah, that's that done. Just these 3 remain. I'm fairly sure all the other ones are completed. Let's get the Forgotten out of the way as well. I'm a little bit more concerned about this one, just because I haven't practiced this at all, but I'm feeling good about it. Invokes the Bible effect. Doesn't really do that much in this mode, I think. I did see the constellation Cancer there, and that is going to give me a lot of cool stuff. So, pretty good. We also have a regular basement to start with, which I don't mind too much. There we go. Whoops, nearly got hit from the get-go. But yeah, regular basement I like. It's just a little bit nicer waves usually, and I can appreciate that. I'm not sure why I'm holding on to this devil card, but maybe I can find some use. Maybe it'll get replaced, but I think you can technically fight like Mom's Heart or something like those lines. I'm guessing you can also just continuously press the button as this character with the bones. I haven't tried that, but that would be kind of neat. I don't know if you get the same downside as the Lost does, though. You might actually, which would be a little unfortunate, but nothing we can't work around, I'm sure. So far things seem to be working out though in this basement, so if we can just keep this up, not at all bothered. Because all the enemies are dying in 1 hit currently. Yep, accidentally ran into some flies there, but that's fine, hopefully. The nice thing is that there is just 3 hearts waiting for me in my shop, so I'm not like overly concerned by whatever happens here, but obviously I'd rather not run into a champion like I just did, because that's a lot of health gone when you do that. On a day where my nose is particularly itchy, and that's just not helping out with the concentration levels of this run as well. But we are on the last wave, so after this we can enter our other item room. So I can kind of appreciate that. A little bit on the low side of health, but nothing we can't hopefully work around. I really want this. It's just going to be so useful, especially since you do get that half damage effect later. Does this work on this character? And also there it is again. Oh my god. Alright. It is really appearing a lot lately. I don't know why, but I will happily take it. Even as this character, even if I don't know what it does. But it seems to be working out for the most part. Enemies are dying in the distance. That's exactly what I wanted. And I'm kind of happy that I got as this character, because I figured the odds were fairly low that we were ever going to get it otherwise. But yeah, now we actually get to see it. So I appreciate that. It means that I'm also just gonna play around my little bone friend here, rather than trying to pick him up a whole bunch. I'm just gonna leave him in one spot and just have him shoot a bunch of friends instead, because I think that's... seems like the way to go. I've never seen this before, so it's fun. I like it. Fully appreciative of the fact that I get C-section every 2 runs, because it's just very, very good. Every single time. It's kind of weird to see the Forgotten just be like a standing creature, I suppose, but it'll do. Whole bunch of health, ridiculous damage. I feel like this run already is a winner, but maybe I'm overestimating the ability of C-section as this character. We're gonna find out. We did get a speed up there. And a pill, which might be bad, actually. Ugh. Not sure how that's gonna work out, but we'll see. There are a couple waves here with skeletons, of course. The ones that, the skulls, the What are the keepers? The hosts. I think they're called hosts. And I'd rather just not have to deal with those because, yeah, there you go. Because this is going to be a nightmare. Although if they just die, that's not too bad, I suppose. But then you have this, moments like this. But I guess, well, it might not be too bad, actually. Since they're not homing in on them as much when they just are close, so that's kind of good, I guess. I don't know why one was circling around one for so long then, but I don't know how any of this works. All I know is that I'm holding the attack button. I can probably just hover over the hole and be more or less invulnerable, but I might be wrong. There's probably still some attacks that will bother me at least a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Just destroys these bosses. The fact that those little babies are also just swinging those bones around is doing so much damage. I know, like I've seen it with the swords before, which is very similar. But I didn't expect this to be as ridiculous, but it really is. So I wonder if on like regular Forgotten how strong this actually is. But I'd almost assume it would be kind of amazing. Just gonna throw you in there, pick up this one a little bit more tricky, but not impossible. Celtic Cross is pretty good defense. And honestly, tempted to just buy a whole bunch of soul hearts and just keep going to the next couple of floors. But I wouldn't mind tier 8. That's stompy. I'm just gonna try this. Why not? Max out tier 8, lower my damage rather significantly actually, but I'm hoping that this just makes a whole bunch of them. Not sure how much it actually affected it in a positive way, but it's good to try things at times, isn't it? It doesn't matter. C-section is such a stupid item. It's so absurdly powerful, and I can't exactly feel like I'm in trouble during any point of these runs. That's pretty good. So we got prayer cards, so that's guaranteed health, because it's kind of hard to lose Eternal Hearts as this character without dying. So as long as we can just charge it, we're good. I'm just gonna hang out here for a minute. Don't know what we're fighting, but we're winning. I can hear a bunch of enemies dying in the distance, so it's probably alright, right? I can hear a skeleton dying. I know that was a skeleton. That's pretty exciting. If anyone drops a small battery, I can use the this thing one more time. That'd be kind of neat. But yeah, this is about as much thought that goes into a run with this character once C-section comes into play, I suppose. You just become a tank. You're an actual, just a tank. Just a piece of artillery that's trying to win the game. And doing, honestly, a pretty good job at the whole thing. 3 babies all just instantly home in on the boss and just insta-kill him. It's just a sight to see, isn't it? I'm happy that they added this item in a patch at one point and they've just completely broke every character that can make proper use of it. I just appreciate these little moments. I'm also tempted to just not even visit my shop and just go to the next one. So I guess you do get 12 rooms, so yeah, that is actually one more full heart just from sort of existing on this floor. And I guess we're just gonna get one more full heart per floor from that point, unless we find batteries. Upon which we just get as many hearts as we can afford, so yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty okay. Another angel room. No, that's actually really annoying. I was holding attack to the right while going through the door and immediately jumped out. That was really stupid. I would have really liked to see how the synergy between bones and swords would have worked, because I'm guessing the sword just overwrite the bone. Or maybe you get like a scythe. Ah, that's really annoying. I don't like that at all. A Joker card would be really cool right now, since that's very disappointing. I should not have done that, admittedly, but it's getting a little bit too easy to just hold the attack button the entire time on this run. But yeah, unfortunate. Ultimately, hopefully just like a visual disappointment in the sense that Probably doesn't do that much different than the actual regular attack, but it's still just a little unfortunate, isn't it? Okay. Let's get our money to 50 coins and then just hang out. Use the 2 diamonds, have a good time, buy every item in the game, and live long and prosper and all that. It's gonna be great. Surprisingly didn't press the button there, even though I threw the bones over it, so maybe it is not possible. Or maybe I just threw it wrong. Both are very, very possible options here. What is there left to say? What is there left to say when this is the run, you know? You just sort of accept that this is what's happening, and then at the end of the day, you get another victory on your belt. If we lose this, I think I must have just run away from the computer. Like, the only realistic way I could feel like this run is gonna go haywire if a power outage happens and the footage is lost. That's the one thing that would stop this from being a surefire victory, I'd say. But I'm going to hope that that's not going to happen. I'm just gonna throw you somewhere in there and hope for the best. There you go. I forget that you guys don't open when you don't want to. This might be a little bit of an awkward angle. Doesn't matter. Need a few more coins here, preferably. 2 poops, no worries. Should I just pick it up now? Or I should get 1 more coin, I suppose. Then it duplicates to 98 if I do that. I guess either way I'm gonna waste a coin, depending on how I do it, so doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You could also argue that I'm just flexing by not picking up the Spirit Sword, and you know, that's not a... I can live with that. I've given it some thought, and I found a way to make it work out for me.
2
Boop.
of diamonds.
Definitely waste of money there, but it doesn't matter. Give me that. I'm curious to see how that works, but we're gonna find out. Speed up. Range up, and the health. Some more health as well. Some more damage. Some more health and tier 8. Some more health. I really would like to stop seeing tier 8 items, but that's the unfortunate thing of the pool we're buying from, I guess. Not bad. Not terrible. What else do we got? I'm kind of tempted by Buddy in a Box, you know? Just because he's there, but let's just go see what the thing has here. Could be good. +1 tier 8 for now. Whoops, don't do that. Stop throwing your friend around when you don't want to. It's not working out in your favor. Look at that. That would have been really worrying in some situations. This is certainly not one of them. This is very much an exception to the rule. That boss seems to have just gotten stuck on a rock. Very cool. Angel Room, Vade Retro, or Angelic Prism. I don't know if Angelic Prism even does anything. I'm gonna see if it does. Vade Retro is obviously just really nice for this mode as well, but I feel like it's fine. It's probably gonna be okay. Sure, just give me all the money in the world. Well, I'll just reroll this a bit then. I know I was tempted by Buddy in a Box at some point, but somewhere along the line my opinions on it changed. I mean, that's just good. I want to keep the coupon? I guess that's probably going to be better, right? What does this do? I think it's neat. Especially when it hits the prism, but... I think the coupon basically guarantees that we get 1 item on sale. I think it doesn't have to necessarily be the item, but it's still pretty alright, I would say. And also, this build is dumb, so nothing matters. Because we have basically the wafer effect once we take damage once. We have an absurd amount of damage with an absurd item that makes the damage even higher already. Like, there's really not that much that can realistically go wrong, I feel. Except if I buy Plan C and just die. But, I mean, I'm feeling confident that I'm not gonna do that. Somehow. I don't want any of this. I mean, it's on sale, innit? Let's just take that. I can press the button as my bones, yeah. I don't know. Oh, and we can actually make the C-section babies just quadruple. Alright, yeah. Yeah, alright, yeah. Yeah, sure, why not? Why wouldn't we be able to do that? I don't see any feasible reason as to why that's not fully okay in the grand scheme of things. Oh, and they are, the thing actually does spin around the bones as well, so I don't even need to really worry about its positioning that much. Like, I don't need to be near it is more the thing, so I can appreciate that. I should probably use the coupon more. I'm mentally checked out for this run. Nothing good. It's all okay. You know, there is no bad choices to be made here anymore, because quite frankly, we've already won so hard at this point that honestly, we're good. We're fine here. All I'm thinking of now is I hope I picked the right save file when I started this run. That's like the one worry that I kind of still have. That I accidentally picked the far left save file instead of the one on the right. But we'll see, we'll see. Where? There you are. Sneaky little heart. Couldn't find it. Come on. There you go. Devil deal. You got very close there. You really wanted that little delirium. Actually, you can have both. Because I have a coupon. Why not? And then might as well buy Book of Telekinesis, telepathy. And one more book would actually be kind of cool if we could get it. Good mystery sack as well, why not? Yeah, look at this little horn. Anti-gravity could be kind of fun. I don't know how that works actually with C-section, if it makes a difference at all. So we kind of need to see it, but I don't really see a way we can afford it. Do we have a bomb here? I could have left that without taking damage, you know? I'm just going through the motions at this point. This is getting kind of silly. Yeah, I don't think I can afford this, unfortunately. That would have been fun, but no. Fair enough. One more floor to go, and then we got the boss. My washing machine is getting to that loud section, so I do need to hurry it up a little bit here. Wow, a button that's not terrible in Greedier mode? This really is the run that has it all. Get out of here. I'm just gonna hang out over here, I think. Above my favorite rock. And just shoot a whole bunch of multicolored babies at everything. Yeah, this'll do. Oh, those enemies can't even reach me. Oh, the little horn babies as well. They look great. They're very glowy. Did we kill the... Yeah, we did kill the bone one. Surprising. Yeah, the little horn shots are spooky. I'm doing my best to dodge these attacks, I will promise you that. But sometimes I'm also just not even looking at the screen anymore. Like, maybe physically I'm looking at the screen, but mentally I'm just having some sort of show tune playing in the background. That's sort of keeping my brain occupied as we're going through this. Ay, ay, ay. Can we get one more devil deal at least? That'll be kind of neat, since we do have that coupon that just allows us to take everything as well with the car battery. Ooh, golden key. Just what we needed. And apparently the matriarch was there at some point. I was very aware. Alright, babies, go get them. There you go. Good job. Not a devil deal. Jar of wisps at the very end. Always a good time. Very useful. Okay. No batteries, unfortunately. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, yes, mother. And coal C-section, because why not? Can we just be lucky with this as well? No, I mean, can make my babies go real quick. Don't know what high shot speed does with C-section, but we're gonna find out. Do I still have the Soul of Samson? I'm not sure if I threw it away just now by accident. I still have it. Cool. I'm at full health. Even just a regular attack is dealing such an absurd amount of damage. And once again, Steam sale at the very end. Cool. Alright. Soul of Samson. Yeah, this is good. This is neat. Look at that. I'd argue that was an effective use of the Soul of Samson. There's just one giant baby just hanging out there. Cole is also just making everything huge. As long as I just stay away from the bones, I guess. I guess I should probably stay close to the bones, right? Because otherwise I can't actually attack. I can see how this character would be kind of tricky if you don't have the strongest item in the game. But with it, not too much of a bother, as it turns out. Although I think this build, even without C-section, would have ended up being pretty amazing just because of the high defense at the start, but I mean, I'm gonna say it certainly helps. I'm just gonna hang out here. Right here. I'm gonna try to prevent them from jumping, if I can help it. Really just want to get as much damage in there as possible, and I'm hoping that standing close to him here will mostly do the trick. I need you to get a little bit closer to that, though. Come on. Like, occasionally we're getting hit by an attack, but that's okay. Maybe if he jumps back to me, because now he's just going so far away, I don't want to follow him anymore. Go get him. There you go. What a run. Still a little bit sad about Spirit Sword, but other than that, I can't really complain about how that transpired. Definitely don't mind it. I was planning on doing 2 Greedier mode runs in a row because Magdalene was just pretty easy, but apparently you can make it even easier for yourself by just being really good at picking up items. There you go. Alright, so that's 2 more characters that require Greedier mode, and then we're just done with the mode. Then we don't have to worry about it at all. And if we truly do get C-section every 1 or 2 runs, then that's not going to be a problem, but neither is everything else in the game, so we do have that going for us. So yeah. There we go. 47 minutes for 2 characters. Don't hate that. Don't hate that at all. Either way, hope you all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we're going to do another one with a different character. I hope to see y'all there. Bye-bye.